Hi, welcome to JRS Innovation. In this training video, we'll talk about heavy vehicle inspection and maintenance cloud app. So the target of this training is to let the operator or the people with the mobile app conduct the inspection and submit the inspection report to the back office. So as a step one, uh, I believe you already have an account. If you do not, you can create an account by visiting heavyvehicleinspection.com, and it's free for a month. It's a secured payment gateway. You would need to put your credit card, but there will not be any charges for a month. And once you have your account, you can move on the top right and go to the portal. The portal will be this screen. So as part of this demo, I would directly take you to the user section. This is where you could create the new user accounts, let's say for your operators, for the drivers who's handling equipment for day-to-day task. You would go ahead and create their name and user ID and provide them password along with the access that what they will be seeing on that. And after that, they would be able to go ahead and download the Android or iPhone app. And once they log to app, they would be able to see the account. So on my next screen, I have shared my Android device. Now this is a Samsung Galaxy Android phone. You can have any Android version or any makers of the phone. And when you log in, once you download the app from Google Play Store and your administrator provide you the user ID and password to log in, you would be able to see this screen. So this is the mobile app screen. Now, once you have this screen, there are two things additionally required: that the inventory is already available, so you are able to see the equipment. And then there are default checklists available to conduct the inspection. So at the bottom of the app, you would see demo, and next to that is checklist. Now, the top 7 gray checklists are default checklists that they give you a ground start. But your admin can always set all your paper-based checklists and convert them into the digital copy. So it's a fairly simple process, and those are the prerequisites that we expect you would have before you start the inspection. Now there are a few more handy things related to that. Those would be the report layout settings, business settings. So if you are looking for that the inspection report has the layout that include your company and business information, for example, your company logo on the report or the header footer information on each page, you could very well set that information under the report layout settings. So this is the default company logo, but you could tap the icon on top of that and it will open your picture gallery. You can put your own company logo at the report footer and header could define, and as well the report title. So for example, this is an audit report, or if it is a pre-purchase inspection or it's a safety walkthrough, you could define the title for the report. And this access is available for the individual mobile app user as well. So they would be able to give a personalization to the report based on your enterprise settings. The business settings is also part of that, where you could define the report prefix. So for example, when the report is finalized and generated, what would be the report number? So if you have a certain sequence to follow, you could always start that. Typically, you could put your business name here and then a start sequence number. Likewise for the work orders, for the schedules. So this is something that if you already have a set of numbering going on and you start on the product in middle of the year, you could continue the same pattern by moving along to the next report numbers. So presumably that information we believe is already there. So you already have your machinery in the inventory, all the list of your vehicle inventory is there. Uh, you have your checklist available, although they are not necessary. Even the inventory is not necessary. You could put as you try for the first time. So then I would try on the very first item, that is the inspection. When we tap that button, it will open three different icons: the new inspection, the prior inspection history, and the vehicle waste history. We are interested in conducting a new inspection document. So I'll quickly show the history. These are all the past record that is being conducted. On each record, on the top right side, you see a cloud icon, which suggests that that report has been uploaded to the cloud. At the bottom record, you would see the cloud sign. It doesn't have the solid color, which means this is a local report, or it is not being submitted to the back office or to the cloud. And there are basic filtering, sorting options to identify the certain records easily. So now I will go back. Again, the similar reporting you could find based on the machinery. Let's say you are interested on this equipment only. Show me all the inspection report. So this content, the third tab brings you to that. All right, so now we are ready to start a new inspection. So I assume you're front of the vehicle. So the other thing you would be needing when you decide to do a new inspection, it will give you three options: the quick inspection, or detailed inspection, and video inspection. The quick inspection is for the people like the daily walkthrough, where we want to make sure the operator or the person is not putting significant time. And the expectation is that everything is all right, and they are just making sure, or just a validation. So all information comes on one form, and they can do quick tap, 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 and just submit it. Or they do not need to take pictures or write detailed notes on each item. That is what the quick inspection does. A detailed inspection is more detail oriented, as the name suggests, where you would have each and every item in fine details. Just to show a visual, I would take a test ID here. I'll select one of the machinery and then put some equipment number, and then I'll move. I'll take a daily inspection checklist. Now on the top, you see the step 3 being highlighted with the green. That means we are under the inspection setup now. We already proceeded with 2 steps. Step 1, inspection info, for which machinery we are doing it and what is the meter reading. The second step, you identify a checklist. And the third step, you would proceed with that checklist. So as you see, all items are available on single screen, and user would need to just tap. So it really saves the time for the user to continue with the inspection. Now they do not have to check all of them. Whichever relevant item they will continue, and this is your checklist, so you can always make and adjust based on your business requirement. And then I would hit next. So it immediately brings to the final step, where the person would mark the overall condition of machinery and vehicle safe to use or not. Now this is kind of a OSHA compliance requirement for occupational safety, that the manpower deployed over the machinery consider it safe to use, and they have opportunity to report it. So they can always identify this. And in that part, if they see some maintenance need, which means in the prior steps, either they have marked a repair or replacement requirement on certain items. They would say, and they can suggest that this component need a maintenance and put journal remarks here, which is like overall report level remarks. And we'll give them option to do their signature. So the report is ready. Now what we see here is a 4-step report. And let's say we expect our operators or the drivers to do everyday walkthrough reporting. And we would like to make sure that the process is simple and it doesn't take much time for them to submit an inspection report, relatively faster than the paper document, and it is available in real time. The quality of document is good, and it stays as a digital document forever. So yep, once they are on the step 4, they would need to click on the generate button. I would go ahead and click on the generate, and it would ask, do you want to upload PDF on cloud or view? So what it's asking is, if you hit on the view, it will preserve a local copy. What you recommend that you do upload and view, so that way the information is available across to everybody, to other mobile devices, to the web portal. So I would hit upload. And right after that, it is giving me option that trying to open that document, and it's asking. So I have a PDF viewer. You can use any other app, but you would need some kind of PDF document viewer on your mobile device. These are free. You could download Adobe. So I will tap on my PDF viewer, and this is the report that we just did. We inspected 6 items, marked their condition, and all the details are there. Now, one thing that we talked about this report, the logo on top. So this could be your company logo. As we see, you would do that in the account settings. At the bottom of the page, you would have 2 places on the footer, and you could have prepared by your business name, your department name, or the individual supervisor name who prepared the report, and the more business information. So it gives a personalized reporting interface. Now, we would do one more activity before we go to portal and see that the report is available to view there. So I would do one more detailed inspection here to explore that feature as well. Now we are in the step 1. We say it's green. The inspector name. So again, the inspector name is a setting that should be entered once and it will pick it up. For the vehicle details, there are 2 options. One is the select button. You tap on it, it will open the inventory. Or you have a barcode reader. That means if you have a certain barcode, maybe vehicle VIN number, serial number, it is attached somewhere inside the cabin or outside, you could scan it. So what it means, if you click on that, it will open a camera, and if the barcode is there, we'll go ahead and scan it. So for now, I'll go with the select and take one of the items from my equipment inventory. I would go for the HJZ511, which is a hydraulic excavator. So I take that item. The information gets filled up here, and I would update the meter reading. Now it brings to me to the checklist section that what kind of inspection would be conducted. So the checklist is basically the questionnaire. The inspection items, those would appear at the time of inspection. And for based on your planning, you can have multiple checklists for inspection, for audit, for safety, for maintenance, for pre-purchase, for warranties. Variety of checklists can be introduced in the system, and they would become available here. Top 7 are default, so I would go ahead and take the excavator and click on the next. So now this is the third step where each and every inspection item is available. So this checklist has total 24 inspection items. And on the right side, there is a gray arrow icon. That means that inspection item is not being done yet. It will change the color based on the detailing. So I would go on the air filter. Now there we have the option. On the left side is the option to take an image and attach it to the inspection item. So what it means, let's say you find something on the air filter that you would like to record, something that is not normal condition, and you would like to make it as part of the reporting. So there you have two choices. You would have the camera icon on the left that will open your camera, where you would be able to start taking a picture, or alternately you would have the gallery icon where you can take the picture from your device. So I go ahead and click on the gallery, and I would take one example picture. Once I select the picture, it gives me opportunity to edit the image, and I press yes. So what is the meaning of that? Well, sometime to take a picture, one may need to twist around or bend around. So in order to make it normal, we give option that you could mark the image to highlight certain areas, and then there is an option to rotate the content. So it really make it simple to highlight and bring the focus point on the report. It's a free fall draw. You could write anything you wish on that or draw certain areas. And I hit on the save button. So the PDF document will contain that information. And I would write here that it needs some kind of repair on these sections. Try. Now my phone is under the network recording, but in general, operator does not have to write the commands. They could always press the cell phone microphone button that is on the right side and do the voice recording. So it really helped them to put the detailed notes or speak their mind, what they're willing to say instead of looking the words. It's quite a handy feature. We recommend to use that. Now I have my picture on the right, left, and then I have my condition marked. I've included my notes on the item, and I'll go ahead and hit the done button. Now you would notice the color is kind of yellow. So it will follow 3 different colors. I would go for next item, and here I would say replace. I'll take another picture, and I'd say yes, I want to edit that. Just to see the feature, I'll go ahead and hit done. And then I'll take one more item. I'll say it's good, and I'll take it. So you would see it has 3 different colors, or that visually indicating the operator or the person that during the inspection they marked number 1 and 2 as a repair and replacement items. And a green check mark means it's good. The rest gray is something that they have not included as part of their inspection. So if they want to leave this inspection document halfway through, and if they come back later, they are in the knowledge that how this is going on. So at this point, I will click at the bottom next button, and then we will see the overall condition. Now this is the final logging where they could mark overall details. If it is a regular daily work, they could say not applicable, or they could say conditions based they feel. If they identified any maintenance requirement, they would go ahead and request that the maintenance is required. And based on the priority that they can identify one of those. Is it an emergency repair, say high priority maintenance, or does it need further detailed inspection to determine? So it would give a variety of options to them, and the individual would do their signature, and the document is ready to generate. So if we summarize it, again, it's 4 steps on top. One can always move between 1 to 2 steps. Just a quick review before you submit it. If you want to make sure that, okay, I missed one, we'll go ahead and add one, and then you will go back to the final step. So it's very flexible in terms of recording the information, looking around and making sure that you covered what you expect as part of the document, and all information is good. At that step, you could go ahead and hit the generate button. And again, you would have the view option, which means it's going to store the document locally, or a recommended way to hit the upload and view. So this is the step where we got a PDF document generated as an inspection report. As we seen 2 pictures covered during our document capture information, and they both have markings as we did. They both indicate what inspection item or the questionnaire they belong to. If there are any notes on that, they will have that. So if we look at the air filter, we did write check please. So the notes are there related to that. The marking is there that this component require a repair, and the relevant images are there for serial number 1 air filter. It has the relevant image on that. So that's overall from the Android app side. Now, once the mobile app user submit the inspection document and upload it to the cloud, it immediately becomes available, and it gets stored in secured Microsoft Cloud. And from there, it is accessed by all the devices using the portal, using the iPhone, Android, all the places. So I would go back to the web portal. So basically the account that's connected to this record. And I would go in the inspection. Now this is where I would expect my document to come. So for today's date, we have 2 records here for November 1st. And we have both the equipment as we did. The latest one is the hydraulic excavator for the item HJZ511. At very high level, we mentioned that it need a maintenance required, and there are repair item details marked on that. So this information comes as soon it's being published from the backend or from the device. Now, if I'm the back office person who is supposed to look on the detailing, The document marks those two sections very clearly. It indicates what are the repair related content and what is the backup related. So repair and replace both are marked. It will have detailed notes here if there are, and the entire PDF document is available to load. So I click on the PDF download. Now here is the entire inspection report that we recently generated, and that has all the fine details that being captured in the inspection process. So it's a very effective process where you have the remote workforce using the machinery and the construction, mining, fleet, general fleet, and transportation, where you empower your mobile app users and you give them access to connect the information as soon they see, or have them do the daily and the routine inspections and walkthroughs and submit the records digitally. So your back office, for example, on this document, as the maintenance is being requested, so there is an option. You would have this green button, create work order, and here it has the options already available and a fairly simple process to generate a work order. And this work order will have a follow-up detail that there is an inspection report attached to this document. That's the inspection document number. So one can always reference it back that what was the inspection document that is relevant to this work order. So overall, it creates a connected information flow between the systems. So I hope that makes clear to you how to create an inspection document, how to create a quick inspection, how to create a detailed inspection, and then how would you submit that inspection document using the mobile apps. Once the document is being sent, it becomes available on the portal where one can identify the document based on the machinery or based on the dates. All of these columns have various filters, sorting available. So it makes fairly easy to identify the document. For example, if I click on any machinery, it will filter out the relevant documents for us. I click on all history, and let's say we want to go for HVI 8. So that's one inspection document. Want to go for 10. So it makes a simple smart feature where you could look around all the document. It gets refreshed every 5 minutes by itself. If you need to see the latest record, on the top side you have this synchronize button, and that will go ahead and sync this data from the cloud in real time. So that is all for this document. Hope you would be able to conduct the inspection in the simple ways. And feel free to drop a comment or ask a question if you have any. Have a good day. Thank you.